Welcome back to V-Roll. Don't forget about that giveaway. We are trying to get to 4,000 subscribers, and I'm giving away the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon 151 poster collection to one lucky winner. I will have other prizes. I haven't decided what those are yet, so stay tuned for that. And the best way to stay tuned is to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell because I post 7 days a week. Specifically, you're going to have to go over to this video here. That's the one where you're going to add an additional comment. If you've already done it before, you don't need to do it again, but add an additional comment there. That's where I'm going to be pulling the winners from when that giveaway happens, once we reach the 4,000 subscribers. And we are climbing. We are getting there. So we can do this, Team V. I think we got it. Today is Thursday, which means it is our Thirsty Thursday. We are looking into our thirsty deals that we want to have here out of the Pokemon market. What kind of things can we find? And I will tell you, it's actually quite difficult. There's a lot available out there, but the prices are kind of ticking up. So let's see what's going on in the market. And there's a little bit of insight into the future, so we don't have to FOMO and freak out right now. And for those of you who don't know, FOMO is having that fear of missing out. And that means you're preemptively buying, you're paying too high, you're worried you won't get it. Pokemon wants to make money. They're going to print a lot. Surging Sparks is on the way, and that's really the main focus here, but there's a lot of other good stuff to kind of consider. Let's dive in. We have the Pokemon Center. Not a lot of new stuff listed here recently or anything like that. A lot of ancillary products, sleeves, and deck boxes and such. But you can go back to the Stellar Crown. There's still quite a bit of availability there. And we have other things. This is all going to be MSRP. The best call out here, in my opinion, for Pokemon Center, you're going to want these things that you can't otherwise get if you're interested in doing so. Crown Zenith Booster Bundle, that's available. You might not be finding that very often if you're interested in going back to that Sword and Shield era and opening one of the better sets for sure. Crown Zenith, there's a lot of great pulls in there, a lot of great artworks, and we've talked about that in the past. We are also looking at the ETBs on Pokemon Center. Now, the ETBs from Sword and Shield era, the few that are available, $50. Not horrible price. You get a different artwork, you get a couple extra packs, you get different sleeves and usually different dividers, but there's not a whole lot beyond that. It's not like today's ETBs where you have a stamped promo inside that you can utilize as some sort of leverage in the future, or it adds value. It's kind of the modern day first edition stamp, if you will. It's $10 more for these newer Scarlet and Violet era ETBs, but we still have them available. Twilight Masquerade, big hitting set. Booster box is going up, other things are going up, so maybe that Pokemon Center ETB is worth considering. Stellar Crown, looking good. I really don't like how they packaged the promo this time. I really don't like it, so I really am hoping we don't see that on Surging Sparks. Let's go back to the old ways. Much better for collectors, much better for people who actually want these cards long term in that way. So not a lot available as far as ETBs go, but there is stuff out there. We're not totally sold out. We're looking at Josh's cards. They've listed the fall Pokeballs there, the different Pokeball tins there. $12, not horrible. You're going to get 3 packs. They're all crunched in there, but whatever. Some pre-order stuff here for some newer products coming up. And $100 on that UPC. I think that's a little high. We're going to see some flash sales from that during the holidays, in my opinion. That's just a pure guess, but based on reality, I think that it's just not an exciting product. There's not a huge pack selection that's going to be blowing us away by any means. So I'm not really thinking this one is going to be a long-term investment piece on any mass scale. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again. It's okay. Not a lot in the way of Surging Sparks. They have sold out relatively quickly on Surging Sparks. Let's move over to Game Nerds. I don't know if I've brought them up very much in the past, but let's see them again here. Every once in a while you can find some pretty good deals from Game Nerds, and I think their free shipping starts at $75, so not a bad setup there. Looks like Q3 2023 tins here. I don't know what packs would be in there. It'd be early Scarlet Violet. Maybe there'd be a Paldea Evolved in there. I don't know. You have the Build and Battle kit, or Build and Battle box rather, from Obsidian Flames. This has actually gone up in price because Obsidian Flames was not that exciting, but now the booster box is climbing. This is going up. It's about $1 higher than they had it listed before not too long ago. So you can sift through and see some things. A lot of older products, and in today's standards, older products, but there's availability and they have a lot of stock. So interesting that you can still be grabbing some things. Wanted to pull it over to their listings for Surging Sparks. Sold out on the booster box. Sold out on the booster box case. No 3 packs. No check lane blister. Nothing. Like, we have the ETB available. $37.50. Not horrible, a little steep, kind of technically, based on what we've seen recently. Moving over to Forge and Fire, we have a few different things. Looking specifically at Surging Sparks, 20 bucks on the 3-pack blister. Did I pull that out separately? Let's take a look here. We have 35 on the ETB, not horrible there. The pair here, the ETB and the booster box, 143. There's going to be tax. There's going to be shipping. And I think the shipping is like a flat $5, and then tax, and then you start looking at it and go, oh man, what happened to those good deals where it was $129? What happened to those good deals where it was $139? You start adding in that other stuff, and it starts stacking up on you that it's kind of a tough call to make. There is no free shipping on this site. I think it's a $5 flat minimum, and then it could go up from there. I'm not certain on that, but could. $20 for the pair here, but if you're going to do tax and shipping on it, okay, well, got to weigh the options and do your due diligence and your research. So 20 bucks makes it 10 bucks a shot there. That's pretty good price considering when you break it down. A little bit higher than what you might want to find. You might want to find these at $19.99 if you can, $22, but Surging Sparks has been going up in price a little bit. So keep your eyes peeled there. Quite a bit here on A+ collectibles. I had somebody comment a while back that they really didn't like them. Maybe they had a bad experience. I have not had a bad experience with them. So I guess everybody has a little bit different to say, and that's reasonable. Totally understand. For anybody who has had a bad experience with any one of these, you know, I'd love for you, any of these stores, not them, but just, you know, any of them, any of the stores that I ever bring up, I'd love for you to leave that in the comments down below just because it helps the community. I'm not affiliated with any one of these stores. I'm not affiliated with any of these people. So it would help the community if we can share that knowledge, do a little knowledge transfer. But if you're looking for some things here, the booster box on its own has been pretty difficult to find. So at $112, feels like, oh no, it's going up a little bit. Here it is available. 35 on a Silver Tempest ETB, that's not too bad. They have some sleeve packs here. $11.99, that's kind of what you'd be looking for. If you could do better like the previous one, that's cool, but consider things. They have their A+ guarantee, which is effectively a shipping and handling fee without calling it that. And depending on where you're at, they may or may not have tax, but the previous site for me has tax and shipping, so this would actually work out better over here. If I wanted to go that route. I'm not going that route right now. Anyways, the 3-pack's at 12 bucks. Not too bad there. Let's see, I pulled out some other stuff here. Oh yeah, Supercharged Breaker. So this is the Japanese equivalent here at $65. So it's available. It's out there that you can pull that. Get the booster box, the Japanese booster box, but I think I found a better price for you. Let's stay tuned here throughout the rest of this little channel here. There it is, $112 on the booster box for Surging Sparks. So if you want to jump on that, you can. There's a little bit of insight to say it may not be worth jumping in this early on these if you missed the early pre-sales. Here we go. We got all sorts of stuff here. Surging Sparks into some a little bit further back, 95 bucks on that UPC. It's getting a little better there. We still have bundles for Stellar Crown showing up, and let's break that down a little bit here. $35. I think this might be one of the better prices I've seen across the board, just because lately with things going up just a little bit. I found it at 33 a couple weeks ago, a week ago, I don't know, and now 35 is kind of our best mark, which is not bad for an ETB. We'll have to be okay with that one there. The pair, the set of 2 here, Surging Sparks 3-pack blisters, 20 bucks. Okay, makes it 10 each. Not too bad there. And they have some high stock here. We beat it by a little bit here at $21 for the booster bundle. Pokemon Surging Sparks booster bundle. That's 6 packs for you, 21 bucks. Here's what I'm talking about where we can be a little bit more, I don't know, calm about our reaction and how this is going. Surging Sparks is selling out, and we're not seeing big allocations or something. We don't know what's going on with the market entirely because the prices are ticking up, the stock is getting lower. Stellar Crown is still around. It's a good set. There's some nice heavy hitters, good pulls. You got the Squirtle, the Bulbasaur to meet up with that Charmander from the ETB out of Obsidian Flames. And here we have $135 for the pair, booster box and ETB. Now, will we see that again for Surging Sparks? Possibly. We may see that again. People cancel their orders, sites rework their deals and put it out there again after that initial launch, or they get some stock in and go ahead with a little bit more product. We also have the electric breaker here. This one is much better than that previous price of what was it, $65 here at $50 if you want to go that route. There may be even better deals still. I don't know the MSRP on these. I think they're about $40, so a $10 markup just to have it here in the States is not that bad. Got to take a look and see about tax and shipping there. Looking into Zulu's board games here, they have a lot of different things here. I wanted to point it out, a couple that stood out to me. Now this kind of brings up the question of, investing as you go and getting a little bit. That's kind of my strategy, just getting a little bit of those products that I want to have, get them sealed, set them on the shelf, put them in the box, whatever I do with them. The few that I open, go ahead, that's great. But then what do you do when you see deals like this? $200 for 2 booster boxes. Stellar Crown, a good one. Paradox Rift, a great one that I think is pretty underappreciated, to be honest. Making it $100 a piece, or you could split that however you want. But 2 booster boxes at $200, that is not bad for what it is, and it's older than where we're at now with that Paradox Rift. So it kind of leaves the question of how much should you allocate for when things like this come up. Do you jump on them because it's a sale, because you can add it to your investment strategy? It gives you a better pack price for opening experience. Do you have that built in your budget? That's something I personally need to consider building into the budget, and perhaps that's something you'll consider too, just for your budget journey. And share that with everybody. I want to know how you guys do it. What are you looking to get? What do you pick up on a new set? $40 on the ETB for Surging Parks, Pokemon's latest set coming out next month. That is fast. It seems like they just can't slow down here, and it's kind of taxing to deal with. That you have to continually be looking at these things. This is why I have no desire to get everything, get every product, get every card. There was a time when that was my goal, and it is just kind of ridiculous, because that would just be way too much stuff to track, to store, to care about, to spend money on. So I'm not interested in that. But $40, getting not quite to that MSRP, but the reasonable MSRP that we were all used to at that $40 range. But I think we've already seen it better, so better way to go there. Here again, $140 on the pair. Could we see this happen again with Surging Sparks? Because I'm not finding it. I'm not finding the pair of the booster box and ETB available without it getting out of control with a fee of taxes and shipping, where it ends up being like $160. So, okay, great. That's fine if you want to pay that, but $160 seems a little steep when you go into the pair there. So something to consider. But here we have it, where we're not finding the 3-pack blisters available, or at that kind of target price that we aim for. Here's Stellar Crown sitting at $11.99, and it looks like you can have either one. So $11.99 on those is reasonable. Will that come back around when Surging Sparks releases, that we see that as kind of an easy price that grab? Probably, perhaps, I don't know. The Card Coliseum, if you're not familiar, this is Danny Phantom, great channel on YouTube. A lot of good information, and he has a really cool store here. I haven't really found a lot of great deals in the past, so I kind of stayed back and I wasn't paying attention to it. But now it seems like there's a lot more where they kind of lean in on a competitive price here. That Grand Adventure Collection coming in at $15. That is right on par from what we should be expecting. $110 on Stellar Crown Booster Box. That's reasonable, especially with the availability of everything. And let's see if we have other things that stood out to me. The Booster Box from Paradox Rift at $100. Great pickup. Again, going to that other thing of, if you'd like to pick up more Pokemon sealed product, more Pokemon singles, more Pokemon pack opening experience, if you want to have that available, better price that you can come in and grab these things now at a much later date, but a good opportunity at the price point. Paldea Evolved, harder to find, great set, so many illustration rares. If you pull that Magikarp, all power to you, but really difficult to get a hold of this one even today, just because it's going up in price. So hitting it at $140 is not unreasonable. It's almost tempting right now to be picking one of those up. We'll see. And then Lost Origin, I haven't seen this under $200 for a long while. I think we're sitting around $210, $215, even getting back up to the $225 range in a lot of places, if you can find it. The availability is not great. So Lost Origin sitting at $200, not a bad grab right there, if it's something you want to consider over at the Card Coliseum. So good option there. $110 on Surging Sparks. Again, Pokemon's putting out these sets like crazy, and these are hard to find. We're almost getting close MSRP on these other ones here, out of stock there. $5.50 here is a little bit high. $40 there, more than we want to do. $13.99, that's retail. So we could say that the 110 here is pretty good. Doesn't look like there's any free shipping that I could find. I threw it in the cart. I was like, maybe it needs 2, maybe it needs 3. I couldn't get it to trigger any free shipping, so I don't know if Full Grip Games does free shipping. And then shipping on 3 of them was like $28 at the lowest. I was a little bit floored by that. So don't know if this is the right place to go. I have not purchased from them in the past, but it's out there. You might want to take a look, something to consider. And we have MH Deals Plus, that's right here, $145. I don't know their tax and shipping situation. 15 on the Pokemon Grand Adventure. Looks like a decent one to pick up, in my opinion. This booster bundle at $56. Sorry, booster bundle? This bundle here for Surging Sparks, a little Pokemon bundle there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the sleeved boosters, the 2 check lane booster packs, and an ETB at $56, $57. You do a breakdown on this. It's pretty reasonable as far as price goes from what you would be targeting as far as spending on in places, so it's pretty reasonable on that one. Again, barring the tax and shipping, or considering tax and shipping there, this may be one of our better deals out there at that $145, which is creeping up big time. It seems like it's going up, but here we have that refresher, that thought that, okay, Stellar Crown sitting at $105 available there. We have $90 on the UPC. That's not a bad price. We have the Stellar Crown booster box and Elite Trainer box at $135. Not bad. So will that refresh, will that come back around when we have the launch and a couple weeks go by of Surging Sparks? Will we see that come back around? I don't know. Hard to say. Let's go with free. Let's go with free. Just like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You get your chance to win the poster collection from Pokemon 151. I want to get that out to one winner. Once we reach that 4,000 subscriber mark, go back to the beginning of the video. I show you exactly what you need to do to enter. And don't forget to hit the bell, because I post 7 days a week. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.